what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're doing a little mini showcase on the new Sugofest PERONA over here on the Japanese side of the game. So we're taking on the Garp challenges. First of all, we are Revolutionary Army 1, so this is the team, that was the support, literally just Koro's own support, and let's dive in. So, with the new I was going to say Mihawk and PERONA, but it's not the new Mihawk and PERONA, it's just the new PERONA. So, with the new PERONA Legend, I figured that we would do a bit of a showcase of this particular unit, and I did try and take her into some longer content, but just like I said, like the same thing with my Boa video, it did struggle just a little bit when it came to sort of building those like teams that are really good for forests. And these two particular units, the Boa and the PERONA, they're not really designed for forests per se. They do shine very, very well in Garp challenges, so I thought, hey, let's sort of take them into the Garp challenges. Let's have a chat about their pros and cons, and like, let's sort of give an evaluation on these particular units. So, the upside to PERONA, if you guys don't know, she is a int captain, as well as a free spirit and shooter, just like Boa. And free spirits and shooters have become very, very strong, which is great, but she is only a 4 times captain to int, free spirit, and shooters. Now, you guys might be thinking, Stump, that's incredibly low. Like, what's going on? We've been getting 5 times captains lately. We've been getting all these new busted characters, and now you're telling me this PERONA's a 4 times captain? Like, what was Bandai thinking? Well, she does have an extra condition. If the enemy does have a negative effect, she adds an extra 1.3 times, so the 4 times 1.3, which is equivalates to something like 5.2, I think it is, if they have a negative ability. Now, her special, she can give the negative ability, and she bypasses immunity if you're below 80% HP, and then her super type, she does the same thing, basically. But she also does a 1.25 extra times on top of the 4 times if you have defense down or poison. So she can work really, really well with characters like Reiju. She can work with characters like Bonnie, as you guys see on this particular team. And anything that can sort of give the poison, the defense down, or even stuff like delay. If they're delayed, she can also get that 1.25. Now, her special, as you guys saw there, she actually gives you 3 turns of a conditional boost against every single one of those things. So not only do you get the negative ability, you can also get it against defense down, you can also get it against poison, and you can get it against delay as well. So her special is very, very interesting. Very, very good special. She can give you 3 turns of a 3.25 chain lock, I think it is, as well as that conditional boost against basically everything. Every debuff in the game, she can give you the conditional for. So she is going to find like some use on teams, especially when like you can get the defense down immunity, defense down. You can use her as your chain locker, and then the conditional booster. If you have poison, then you get her with the chain lock. So she will see play definitely as a sub, and because she's got free spirit, like she's very, very good in terms of her like classes. Her color's very good, int is very strong, and as you guys can see here, she can do like a lot of good work against the Garp challenges. But as you guys see here, when you don't have that negative, when you don't have that condition, that 4 times attack boost is quite low. She doesn't have any like orbs in her kit, which kind of sucks. And she doesn't have any resilience either, like, not resilience, she doesn't have any like utility. So she doesn't have stuff like special bind removal, she doesn't have stuff like bind removal, despair removal, anything like that. She doesn't have anything like that in her kit, which kind of sucks. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And she is a very unique legend per se. Her super typing, she basically gives 10 turns of the negative debuff, which is pretty good, because that way you can actually get that 5.2, and that way you can actually get the conditional boost off with her special as well. The 10 turns, however, is a little bit of a downfall, as it doesn't carry over stages. So, like, it doesn't exactly go into the next stage. Say, for example, we use it on this particular stage against Lindbergh and Carousel. I think we actually do use it on this stage. It just gives them the 10 turns. So, obviously, like, when you kill them, like, the 10 turns, like, is gone. Which kind of sucks. It's kind of annoying that happens. I think she'd be much better if she had, like, the thing that, like, Int Magellan has, where you can get it to, like, clock over into the next turn. Not infinitely, but, like, at least for something like 6 turns or 3 turns, so, like, you can get it over 3 stages, or at least 3 turns, so you can get it over, like, 2 stages with her special. But nevertheless, you can still sort of get it for 3 turns on that particular stage. She does work really, really well for stuff like the damage buff, where you can only do a certain amount of damage on that particular stage. So, like, there is that, but at the same time, like, I just don't really see where it's going to be too viable outside of that content. And when you do come up against that particular content, you're really just using stuff like burn and stuff like that to get around it anyway. that damage threshold, like, debuff is just so damn annoying. Like, the HP one, where you can only do a certain amount of HP. But, nevertheless, the Boa and the PERONA are both very, very good when you do come up against that particular piece of content anyway. So there also is that. So that was Revolutionary Army 1. PERONA does it very, very well. But we are going to move on to the Hody team now. And this team that against Hody just works like, oh god, it works so damn well. It's so satisfying to watch. So we're going to slide over to that now. Alright, so we're over here at Garp's Challenge Hody. So this is the team, those are the supports. Now, we are using a Treasure Map Rare Recruit, which is the new Oni or Beast Pirates Sanji, with the support of Brook. Now, if you have this Brook support, you can literally just use any Sanji in the game. Like, as long as you can get that Brook support, that's really why the Sanji's here. But, nevertheless, this Sanji is just absolutely god tier for this event. And this whole team just worked like an absolute dream when it comes to the Hody stage. Well, like, once you get to the Hyozu stage, this team just, like, moves. It moves so, so well. And it was actually so satisfying to build. This, friend captain PERONA as well was actually the Bandai friend captain. So, there's no barrier pen, there's no nothing like that. So, this team should function better, especially if you do have a max barrier pen friend. But, unfortunately, because wow, I keep saying Mihawk PERONA. I'm so used to that unit. The PERONA, because of the PERONA's captain ability being so low when you don't have a condition, it's very hard to get through these stages. When you do have the condition, she's great. Like, that 5.2 is nothing to scoff at. It's very, very strong. But as you can see, they're trying to take down Hody with the 4 times multiplier. It's just so damn low, and that's why she struggles in, like, harder content. Stuff like Forests, stuff like Revolutionary Army 2 or Dofi 2. Even probably something like the Worst Generation. She's really going to struggle there, as she just sort of can't get those big damage numbers to get through those mob enemies like most other characters can. Even stuff like Verse Whitebeard would just tear through those stages, or even stuff like the Halloween Slashes would just absolutely decimate those stages as well. But as you can see here, with Barrier Pen, we can actually get through this next particular stage. And that's a big upside to PERONA as well. She has a very good limit break. Pretty sure she has Hunger as well. I know the Boa has Hunger, but she definitely has pinch healing, and I think she has the recovery down debuff. So there's also that. Good limit breaks go a long way, especially with Legends, so, like, just be mindful of that too. Barrier Pen, in my opinion, is one of the most broken limit break abilities in the game. Not only does it break the barrier to allow other characters that don't have Barrier Pen to attack, but it just means that you can just get past, like, super annoying stages super, super easy. Once we do pass this Fishman stage, though, this is where the content becomes really fun. This is where, like, PERONA just starts moving like absolute wild cakes. We haven't really spoken about PERONA's special, though. Her special being a chain lock for 3 turns. It's a 3.25 chain lock, as well as the 3 turns of condition, but she also rotates block, bomb, G, recovery, tandem, all of those like nasty orbs that aren't colored orbs, or like basically just non-colored orbs. She'll turn them all into matching. So as you guys see on this Hyozu stage and the Vanderdecken stage, we can use her special to give ourselves a full board of orbs. And then we can use the Sanji special to not only remove the poison, but lock our orbs for 2 turns and give us 3 turns of an attack boost. And as you guys saw there, it's just like absolute decimation. Because we actually took some damage on the Fishman stage too, we actually get the condition off as well. And then from this particular point, we are always going to have the negative ability live. And all of these stages that are normally very, very annoying, we can actually just tear through. Once you get the condition off for PERONA, she works incredibly well. As you guys will see here, we use her super typing. And her super typing actually gives us the condition for negative, because we get the 3 turns of the attack boost, the chain lock, we have an orb boost with Vista, and the condition. This particular stage against Dosan normally has a lot of HP, but like, we just absolutely like mollywop it. It's just absolutely insane how much damage we can possibly do. This whole team is Slasher and Free Spirit as well, which means that we can actually use the Oro Jackson. Super, super nice. PERONA being a Free Spirit is huge, because she can use stuff like the Liberal Hind, she can use stuff like the Oro Jackson, she can use the shooter ships as well, which are quite good. But once we hit this Daruma and Icarus Much stage, we can actually just say goodbye to the rest of the content. We have the Halloween Lore, and we have a Halloween Mihawk to give us those carryover effects. And because PERONA is a 3-turn buff, mainly being a chain locker buff that can't get wiped with stuff like Red Haki or regular Haki, it just means that when we are moving from like stages, her 3-turn chain lock, very similar to Shank's crew, is always going to be viable. Unfortunately, you'll have the condition like blown away, but nevertheless, like, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest, because she still gives that chain lock, which is great. Thanks to Halloween Lore, we can get the orb boost on this stage and carry it into the next stage. Big thanks to Mihawk, as long as we hit 3 perfects, we can get the attack boost carrying into the next stage. And because Sanji locked out orbs for 2 turns, like, we can just hang on to these int orbs. We've just hung on to them since the Hyozu stage. And even though, like, we are going to take burn damage, we do so much damage that, like, we only need to hit with 3 characters, and it just works. It works so well. It works so damn well. Once we get to the Hody stage, it's just like Hody just sort of shits his pants a little bit because he puts up the defense up, but thanks to Brook, we can actually remove those 2 turns. And thanks to the super typing of PERONA giving us a full board of orbs, well, not a full board of orbs, but changes regular orbs into matching orbs. So that way with her super typing, you can get full board of orbs. With her special, you can get a full board of orbs, depending on the situation. We have an orb boost, we have an attack boost, we have a chain lock, and poor Hody is just going to get absolutely decimated, literally with 3 units. So, works really, really well. So, PERONA was a really, really good unit for the Garp challenges. I hope you guys enjoyed the mini showcase of her anyway. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me if you're new to the channel. Hit that big red subscribe button too. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's